Don't fuck up. Don't fuck yourself, everyone. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Rude Cooking School podcast. I'm your host, John Hauser III. And with me, with probably what I would say as a person that works in the graphic arts, probably one of the most frustrating pictures to look at in the history of pictures because it's about 7.5 DPI behind him is
on a very special Evan the Mayor.
Hey, that's nice. I can't even tell. Okay, so it's a picture of people skiing. There's a couple snow bunnies in pink. It looks
I think it's from the 80s and it was like a scanned magazine photo or something. So it looks, it's very pixelated.
It looks like there's a bunch of people that have crashed into each other over your right shoulder.
I'm just going to change it so you stop talking about my virtual background.
There's like a dude. He's got like,
there we go.
Umberto's The Total Look.
Uh-huh. Now available in shirt form.
Yeah, I got to get that shirt.
Mine, because it came from like Teespring or whatever, it's already starting to fall apart.
Oh, yeah.
They're junk.
Okay.
Junk?
So the Umberto's The Total Look. I'm sorry. Umberto's The Total Look. I have to say it in the accent. I say it in the accent every time I see that sign when I drive past it with the accent in my head, which makes me laugh. What do you think that person is in the sign?
The Total Look.
Is it supposed to be like a hot woman?
I don't know.
Is it a rocker guy?
Listener, if you're wondering what Umberto's The Total Look person looks like in the middle of the sign, it looks like somebody from an 80s hair metal band.
Yeah.
With Soul Glow mixed into their hair.
Could almost be the Crow if he had relaxer in his hair.
It's like Robert Smith, but like if it were a girl, maybe.
Robert Smith
with a perm.
Yeah. Robert Smith if he was wet.
He was wet. Robert Smith with a perm getting out of the shower. With a leather jacket on, probably.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. And they don't look happy.
No, they're very serious.
They also look like they have what is it, like ghost paint? What the hell is it always? I can't remember.
Ghost paint?
What is it called in like Swedish black metal? What the fuck are they wearing?
I know what you're talking about. I mean, the Crow, basically.
Yeah. King Diamond. So
sure.
But yeah. Thank you for changing that picture.
Yeah, enough talk about my backgrounds. Thanks.
How's it going?
It's pretty okay. I'm exhausted from the holidays.
I'm with you, brother.
Yeah, I've been sleeping like shit this whole week, so I'm
Oh, me too.
I'm gonna start doing some 3-mile walks to get myself pepped up.
On Monday night into Tuesday morning, I slept 3 hours. Tuesday and the Wednesday, I slept 4 hours. And then last night I slept 5 hours. So it's getting better.
Sounds about what I did.
But it's like
the exact same.
But it's like, okay, I'm going to bed at like 11:30. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to get a good night's sleep. And I wake up at 3:30 like, oh.
What happened?
Then I just lay in bed for some reason. Just thinking of how terrible my life is.
What a waste.
God, I'm a loser. Fucking stupid. Why do you put all your time into just wasteful things? I actually try to cook when I'm trying to go back to sleep. Like I start cutting onions. Yeah, it helps sometimes. Like, some people count sheep. I cut onions. And if you can concentrate on it, it's nice because it actually will pull you under. But
you're not cutting them in bed though.
Well,
like a true pro.
Well, that would be so nasty. It would fuck your bed up so bad.
Pretty bad. It'd be awful.
Slices on your sheets and shit. Onion juice all over your covers.
Talk about a wet spot.
Oh God. Smelly. Let's not ever talk about that again because for some reason that makes my skin crawl. And it's not even the fucking up the bed thing. It's just
Don't kink shame me, John.
No. I got no problem with that. It's the it's the unevenness of the bed and the pressure and just the potential for cutting your fingers off. Just the bounce
Well,
that's
you
like
put a
built
cutting
into
board
it.
on the bed sheets.
Oh, well now I'm good. Now we're good.
Now we're good.
Yeah, now I'm fine with that. I meant on the bed.
Just yeah, no, you just put the slap chop over the onion on the bed and pop 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 pop.
Slap chop.
Yeah.
Do you still have that slap chop or is it broken yet?
I have a it's not a slap. It's like lid down
Push chop.
whatever. No, it's like a trapdoor chop. I don't know how to describe it.
It's like a light hit chop.
Sure, yes.
A tap chop.
T- it's like a
A closed chop.
close the door chop, yes. But it also comes with like a spiralizer and a smaller slap chop, which I don't use.
A baby slap chop.
I love those things for chopping up some garlic.
Garlic.
Yeah, you
Interesting.
got to mince up some garlic. A pop 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 pop.
You can just smash it with the flat side of the knife and then go through it and it's already minced pretty much, right?
Yeah, but this is way more high tech.
Oh, and easier to clean too.
Well, no, I mean, it's just
No,
about
of
the
course
same.
not. It's not easier to clean.
We still just run water on it.
Like 80% of the garlic gets stuck in the slab chop and shit.
Nah, no, no.
Oh, so did we've gone through New Year's. It's 2024. Happy 2024, everybody.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
what did you wind up doing?
We spent the evening at a friend's place down the street. We watched Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper get really, really drunk.
Oh, they're allowing them to get drunk again, right?
Oh man, they were blasted. And
By
yeah,
by
we
what
ate.
time? How were they? How long was it until they were
Oh fuck,
showing?
we started watching it like 9 o'clock, and they were trashed. And at one point, Andy Cohen started playing "Never Have I Ever."
Oh Jesus,
Yeah.
they're messy bitches.
Yep, but as far as food goes, we man, it was too much. We had a charcuterie board, we had ceviche, we had
Huh?
cheesecake, we had mousse, we had steak and lobster tail and all kinds of stuff.
I know the answer to this, but I'm just clarifying. When you say mousse, you mean like whipped product
Yeah,
or
yes.
actual mousse?
Chocolate mousse.
Okay,
Mousse tracks.
chocolate mousse, mousse tracks. Gotcha. You might have had raw mousse. I don't know. You
That's
might have,
fair.
you might have finally ordered from that wild game website that we've talked about so many times. You're like,
We got
fuck
to
it,
do that. We
just
have to do that this year.
get some wild mousse. Yeah, you and I have to sit down and like write out like some like ideas for just dumb shit that we eat together.
Sure. Ooh, not dumb, but it's on my mind. Have you ever had MDC chips? My dad's chips.
No.
They're like, I guess they're new. They're these potato chips that came out of this company in Gaithersburg by a bunch of what I have to assume College Park grads. They're they're home style chips. They're really thinly sliced and they're well done. So
Okay.
they got the little burn flavor
Uh-huh.
to them. They're fucking good, man.
Nice.
My dad's chips.
I bought I don't know who sells them. I think it might be Utz, but they sell overcooked chips.
Yeah.
They're like really, really brown, and I like those a lot.
They're pretty good.
But they're called my dad's chips. That sounds
MyDadsChips.com.
gross.
I know. It's probably why they just call them MDC.
Is that just like a bag full of like thumbnails and shit? Like
Yeah,
it's just
dad chips.
toenails and scabs.
Scabs, bits of dandruff,
my
peeled skin from sunburn.
my dad pulled a skin tag off. Sweet, good day. Throw it in the bag.
Eat it.
My dad's chips.
Put French onion seasoning on it.
We purposely set him outside so he gets sunburned so we can peel his back. Poor dad. He's just being harvested like a creep.
Anyway, that was the most extravagant meal we had during the holidays. I mean,
Sounds
the
good.
Christmas Eve we also had steak and asparagus and some other I don't know. It's just like very tradish.
Sweet. I made a ham for
Mm.
Christmas.
Mm.
Like I brined it and smoked it and baked it. I'm still eating it because, it was 14 pounds and my mother only took so much home with her. Uh, but I've been using it up. This morning I made a big thing of like ham and eggs, like scrambled eggs with
Nice.
ham chunks in it. A coworker gave me, well, now has given me 18, 18, 18, 48 duck eggs. So I had been pushing it off because they're dirty. Ducks,
Oh,
ducks,
okay.
ducks aren't like chickens. They don't lay eggs in a nest. They just lay eggs wherever the fuck they are, which is usually in mud. Ducks are pretty dirty animals. And then some of them, it's just like they just smeared duck shit all over them. So I've been holding off on actually
It's called duck seasoning.
doing it. Rabbit seasoning.
Okay.
Come on, do the thing.
Oh, duck seasoning.
Rabbit seasoning.
Duck seasoning.
Duck seasoning.
Rabbit seasoning.
Exactly. Um, the so I finally decided this morning. I was like, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna use some of them. So I was gonna do half of it. So I was gonna do 9 eggs. I was gonna make a big mess of it, right? I got to egg 6 and I cracked it.
There's a baby in it.
No, it was
It was black.
rotten. It was
Ugh.
black. It it's the first time I've ever encountered a rotten egg.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know, it was like 7 in the morning
Oh God.
and it just looked like a bag of pus had busted
Ugh.
with like, and as soon as I hit it, I saw that it was bad. And, my reflexes just immediately went to crack it into the bowl with the other 5
Oh
eggs.
sure.
So then I was like, man. So I tried to pull it out, but the pus got all into the other eggs. And
Yeah. Oh man,
I
you're
immediately,
throwing away all
everything,
the eggs.
yeah, everything immediately went down the uh, disposal.
The toilet.
No, the disposal right there at the fucking sink. Luckily, I was
Ooh.
right there. So,
Interjection. Speaking of disposals, I was
yeah.
washing dishes the other day, and my sink collapsed into the underside of the cabinet.
What? Your
Yeah.
disposal went through?
No, the whole sink just fell
Oh
through.
shit.
One of the retaining clips broke, and then it just went boom and fell, and the wastewater pipe broke at the wall, and I
Oh
had to like get
no.
lend the plumber out here yesterday. $1,400 later, I have a fixed
Oh
water
God.
pipe.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. That sucks.
yeah. It's not as bad as a rotten egg
Well, no.
though.
Nothing's bad as a rotten egg, apparently. But like I luckily got it down and kind of just disposed of it, ran the water, kind of luckily the smell wasn't too overwhelming.
And then the ghost of the egg came out of the sink and started
No, luckily
chasing
not.
you.
Luckily not. There was some old uh lemon rind from the night before in there
Sure,
still.
yeah.
So yeah. Huh. So then I was like,
God bless a good garbage disposal, though.
I was like, you know what? Now I'm gonna be like wary. So then I had to have a 2 bowl system. Cracked egg into the bowl, and then that goes into the other bowl. Cracked egg into the bowl. If egg's good, that goes into it. So I never encountered any more bad eggs. But woof. Yeah, that was something else
Yikes.
in the morning. Like, and I had a hard time. Like, I was like, oh, am I actually gonna eat eggs this morning now? Like, I still did, but it was fine. Duck eggs are weird. They're really big.
Hmm.
Have you ever had duck eggs before?
No, have not.
Yeah, it's like an egg and a half. Yolk is pretty big.
Huh.
Yeah, in comparison to like a normal, let's say, large egg.
What about a jumbo egg?
Still smaller.
What about a tiny ostrich egg?
Well, then the duck egg's probably smaller.
The ones that tiny ostriches lay.
Pygmy ostriches.
Yeah.
uh,
Lilliputian ostriches.
uh, yeah. For New Year's Eve, we went to Ni Hao.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get a tea duck?
No.
Oh yeah, they've like switched to a full-on Szechuan menu, haven't they?
Yeah, I was talking to Jenny last week, I think, and she actually was like, for I think Christmas, her and her wife Lila just ordered a shitload of food from there and had it delivered. And she was like, I got this giant fish and it was still crispy. So I was like, yeah, I think I want that. So we went down there and ordered a fucking mess of food. Szechuan cold noodles and a bunch of dumplings, uh, some wontons with shrimp and pork that were spicy, and they have these soup dumplings that are amazing. That Crosby wound up ordering 3 orders of, uh, and then I got the crispy whole fish with chili and garlic sauce.
Nice.
Woo! It's amazing. And
Yeah,
of course, by the time that came out, I took like 4 bites of it and was like, yeah, I'm done.
and it's never going to be the same.
No,
You
I
cannot
know.
reheat a
No, you
crispy
can't.
fish.
No, you can't because it's covered in sauce.
Have you had
But
the crispy fish at Dukem?
no, I haven't.
Oh, dude.
Is it
Oh,
good?
it's good. It's very
Yeah.
good.
Tell me all about.
Well, so I mean, head on, apply directly to the forehead, but they I don't know if they do it the same way at a Chinese restaurant, but they kind of splay the meat so that you can pick it out
Yeah,
one
they
little
did. Yep.
nugget at a time. Okay. But it's just super crispy. I think they only hit it with like, Ethiopian spices, whatever those are, and like a splash of lemon.
Oh,
It's
okay.
delightful.
This was, a whole bronzino, butterflied, belly open and then laid on its belly or
Hmm.
fried with its belly open so they could lay it flat, sort of head facing forward.
Hmm.
And then, slices on the side so you can pull it apart. Uh, yeah, Crosby thought we were joking. We're like, why don't you eat the eyeball? And he was like, what?
Yeah.
No thanks. And
What?
we're like, no, we think you'll like it. And yeah, he liked it. So he ate both eyeballs and then he really liked the cheek meat too.
I went to oh yeah, that's clutch. I went to Grand Cayman once, and or no, I'm sorry, Turks and Caicos, and we went to this like beachside eatery, and I got the fried whole fish. In fact, I we went back and I got it a second time because I loved it so much. And the
Fried whole
owner,
fish is great.
yeah, the owner, he sees me eating this thing and he's like, "Hey, where are you from?" And I was like, East Coast of the United States." He's like, "Yeah, you eat like a Jamaican." I
Did
was like, "What? Thanks."
you say you're making me blush with all these compliments?
I guess because I was just like going for it and just like pulling the thing
Oh yeah,
apart.
you're like just going in with your hands like because
Yeah,
you're used to eating seafood with your hands.
right.
Yeah,
Yes.
totally.
No
Yeah,
forks.
it it's one of those things that like it's it shouldn't be exotic, but it is just because most people don't see fish with its head on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which people get so freaked out about, like
Yes.
seeing the head or the tail or any of the fit. Like it's so weird.
Well, imagine if like cows were really tiny and they just you got a cow with the head on.
That would, well, I mean, I guess so. I'm trying to think
Fried
of.
whole cow.
I'm tr- it's got the fucking head. I mean, I've had a pig with a head on it.
Yeah.
I've bought just pig head.
Right.
I've never bought a cow head.
I think they're pretty huge.
Can you buy a cow head?
I don't know. I
Huh.
think, and I know, I think you have to buy like the parts of the cow head even.
Yeah, I think you're not allowed to have a cow head just because of the brain.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, because pigs,
Prions.
because when you get the pig, the last time I did pig head tacos, I got one that was whole, and then I had them split one, and the brain was in there. So
Mm,
you know, and
gross.
it's delicious. Pig brain tacos? What's up?
Yeah, I don't want to split pig head in my house.
Come on. When I was in Evansville, Indiana, they have their
That's where I'm
delicacy.
from.
What's that?
That's where I'm from.
No, you're not.
It's got my name on it.
Oh, gotcha. Shit. Damn, that's your place.
Ding
Um,
dong.
there's specialty. I didn't. It just went right over my head. Um, I was like, shit. Were you born there when you were a kid? I didn't know about it. Um, their specialty is fried brain sandwiches,
Blah.
and it used to be cow brain sandwiches until the mad
Yeah.
cow disease became a thing. So they changed it to pig brains. And everybody's like, it's not the same, but we don't want people
It's
getting
not
sick.
the same. It's not as good.
Well, the texture apparently is different. Apparently,
Uh,
cow was a lot creamier.
yeah, because they're dumber.
pig,
That's how that works.
pig, pig brain's
Just
firm because it uses brain.
yeah, it's too firm. That damn thing's too smart.
It's the difference between a cow and veal and shit. There's like it just hasn't used the brain, so the meat's not tough. Just gooey brain.
We got to get the dumbest animal possible. The creamiest of brains.
Let's get a dog.
Get a
Dog,
chihuahua.
dog brain. Dog. It's just basically custard. Uh, yeah.
Mustard brain.
But yeah, the food at Nihao was awesome, and we're definitely going back. And because
Hmm.
the last time we ate there was probably during the pandemic, and it was not good. And I was like, I'm not paying this kind of money for food that's not good.
Well, I thought that they had changed hands or something, concepts
They changed
since then.
concepts. They changed concepts, and I still was wary, but then they changed again
Hmm.
now to like they have a like if you look up their website, they have a giant dim sum section. So like
Mm.
they have you know, a relatively big, it's like, I don't know, 15 items or something like
That
that.
space is so tiny, though.
No, they have 3 levels open.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
They got the bar and then a pretty decent dining room, and then the second floor is pretty big. And that was my only gripe is when we made our reservation, Leanna asked for the third floor because she was like, I've never been up there, and I hadn't either because I've only eaten there on the
Mhm.
first or second when it was fork and wrench.
Right,
Uh,
right.
and then they were gonna seat us on the first floor next to this fucking family with like a bunch of babies, and I was like, no, no." So she was like,
Bet
"Oh,
their brains taste delicious.
I'll take you to I'll take you to the second floor." We are like, "Fine," but I was like, "I don't think there is a third floor. I think there's a mistake." But then we saw some people looking for it for like 5 minutes, and they finally found it. And it just looks like a door that goes to the kitchen. It's like secret squirrel third floor.
Ooh.
Yeah. So who knows how big that is?
But the menu is more sort of streamlined than, say, a red pepper Szechuan or something, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's tight. The most expensive thing is the fish at $38, which isn't
Woo.
which isn't bad for a whole bronzino. But then I think like the next most expensive thing's like $20.
Hmm.
Everything middles between 15 and 20, which is really like a good price point. And their dim sum's like 6 or 7. Like it was really, really reasonable.
I had dim sum when we went to San Francisco, and I loved it.
Yeah, I love dim sum. We don't go out for it enough. I miss going to there was a place downtown that we went to all the time, Zongshan. That was
Hmm.
awesome. And I miss them.
We are
Uh
going out for hot pot tomorrow night.
which place?
K-pot up in Tucson.
Oh, okay. We were thinking
Baltimore
about,
City really needs a fucking hot pot place.
yeah, dude, totally. We were thinking about going out to there's a hot pot place out in Ellicott City that or Catonsville, I think. Uh that we had gone to before, and it's kind of like a serve yourself hot pot. Like you go through like a little cafeteria area and you just grab a
Oh, okay.
tray and you just fill your tray up with the shit that you want to cook.
I
You can
like
go
that.
back as many times as you want, but it's really nice. And they have tons of stuff. Like they got like a serious raw seafood section, like
Yeah, that's what I
oysters
love
and
about most of these. Yeah, most of these places, the seafood selection is like stuff no white person would eat. But I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, give me that octopus, give me that whole squid, give me that
Oh,
everything.
I love me some fish balls. Yeah, totally.
Fish balls.
Beef balls, fish balls, shrimp
I
balls.
always start off with a puck of ramen because I got my spicy broth and I want
Hmm.
the first bit of spice to be all up on them noodles,
Gotcha.
and then everything else kind of comes after that.
Hmm.
Love it. Fucking love it.
Yeah. So yeah, we almost ran into each other at Hot Pot. Unlike last week when
Right.
we actually did.
I walk through the door and I see John in the back and I'm like, hey, what's up?
You walked in. I was like, hey, I can see your
Korean
face.
barbecue. You gotta go every once in a while. But this particular place that we went to, there were some weird things that happened. For instance, they wouldn't let us cook our own meat,
Then
and
they
they
let
they
us.
were they were just kind of cooking it for us and like plopping it down, and we were like, "Hey, can we give me them tongs, bitch?"
Yeah. So you walk in. I'm like,
And
hey,
we
I
and we didn't
instantly
get the
see your face
lettuces.
fall. You're just like, oh, God, this fucking guy's here. You didn't get the lettuces.
No, they didn't give us any lettuce.
What do you mean?
The lettuce is
For
is
your
that you
wrap?
wrap. Yeah, for your wrap. I think you have to ask for it.
Oh, we didn't order any pork, but yeah, we didn't get lettuce either.
Yeah, I don't like that.
But they did let us cook our own food.
Hmm,
Why do you think they
ridiculous.
didn't let you cook your own food?
I
Everybody
don't
else was
know.
doing it.
I think because they wanted to get us the fuck out of there like quick so that they could turn over the table.
They were giving us the push too, kind of
Yeah, they
like,
were churning it
okay,
out.
because it got packed quick.
It did, but then it emptied quick.
Yeah.
By the time we left, and you left maybe 15, 20 minutes before us, it was just empty again.
Oh, interesting.
But they do have a very robust late night crowd, even though this was like middle of the week in between Christmas and New Year's.
So
Uh,
we always go there right either New Year's Eve day or before, and that's when was it that we went? Like the 30th, I guess. Was that when it was?
I think no, it was like Wednesday, so whatever date that was.
Okay.
It's like the 27th.
Yeah. But yeah, we always in between that week of Christmas and New Year's.
The holiday taint.
Yes, exactly. The day where you're just like, what? Uh, what time is it? What day is it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh,
Drinking from wake until sleep
yeah,
every fucking day.
like
Like,
whatever. Just give me another glass of eggnog.
what? We're out of beer. We just bought 800 of them.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta go again. Fuck. I, well, how did you drink a whole bottle of gin? I don't know.
It's 8:30 in the morning.
Look, gin's delicious all day.
I put it in my rotten egg.
Are you doing January?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I
I am
always do it.
not. I am like die hard about it because I got a doctor's appointment coming up in
Oh
the
shit.
end of February, and I want to get my blood pressure down. I want to get my
Uh-huh.
everything down, including my LBs because I got a wedding in March.
Oh yeah. Um, yeah, I this is probably like my 15th that I've done,
It's
which
my third, but the last two got ruined by one, my cat dying, and then two, my mom had surgery.
yeah, I remember that. And it's okay. I've been seeing a new thing, damp
Yeah.
January, and I'm like, don't
Damn Tampuary.
don't call it dampuary. Don't call it damn January. It sounds so gross.
Stupid.
Moist January.
Moist January.
Yeah, that's what it should be called. Uh, which if you can't, I get it. Like if you don't want to stop drinking, or if you can't stop drinking, you got a problem. If
Hmm.
you don't want to, just pulling it back a bit, that's helpful. I just
But pulling it, it's either pulling it back or just not doing it for me. 'Cause
right,
I'm just like, I mean, sorry, not doing it or just not doing January.
right, right,
There is no moderation.
right. I mean, yeah. I just like doing it because it's just a nice cleanse, and
Yeah.
then I'm like, okay, it's
Your
done.
face, it starts to depuffify.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't.
Your
Yeah,
hair stops falling out.
teeth situate themselves back in your gums.
Yeah, yeah.
Your fingernails don't fall off the way they
You
used
you
to.
do like Hellraiser, but in reverse.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's not in reverse. That's actually in forward, where the guy comes out of the floor. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh. With no
He
skin and
eats.
shit.
Yeah, he has to, feed on blood to
Eat
become
people and
normal.
shit. Yeah. So gross. Uh but yeah, it was good. Their food's always good. And then as I said last week when I was talking to Jenny, I realized they didn't give me my goddamn chicken. So I'm like,
Oh yeah, because
motherfucker,
the fried chicken there is very good.
it's real good. Have
Well,
you
the food
ever
court next to H Mart out off of Route 40 is way cheaper, and I think it is still maybe BYOB, and now they've picked up on the chicken, stuff.
the
But they have this menu with like 100,000 items on it, and they're all like $10.
the big one or the one close to like Westview
The big one.
off of 29?
No, that's further out. This is off of Rolling Road.
Yeah, the one by Westview. Yeah,
That, that
okay.
that's where the other K-pop location is.
Uh-huh. Okay, gotcha. I always go to the bigger one,
Okay.
the out further. Um, but yeah, Korean food, it's delicious. There's a
It's the best.
there's a really big Korean cookbook coming out by Fadon that I'm like, might have to get that.
The only thing I can't do is like it's very inconvenient to get my hands on the ingredients that I need to make a lot of that stuff. Like the fronds and the black fungus and the.
That's what fucking H Mart's for, dude.
I know, but it's like a 25-minute drive.
Or Lotte Plaza.
Even that's still a 25-minute drive.
Yeah, that's not long.
I don't like it.
Oh my God. You're literally going to fucking Taos. It's like a 30-minute drive just for Dog
That's an
Pie.
experience, John.
So's going to H Mart, homie. I love going to H Mart. It's very relaxing.
Yeah, it is very colorful and it's nice.
I love all the free food.
I like to just go look at the geoducks.
Yeah, it's true. It
It's the same
How
geoduck.
is it pronounced gooey duck when it's clearly geoduck?
Geoduck.
How is it gooey though?
I don't know.
Makes no damn sense. Yeah, hey, look at that living dick. Let's
Yep,
eat
it's
it.
just a huge cock in a tank.
Yeah, shellcock. They're so weird.
Yes, very weird.
Or watch the like the table full of crabs fight each other.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
it's not fun. All right, let's get into some food
New
news.
year, new food news.
Ooh, that was good. All right. So, what would you classify a potato as?
A tuber?
Yes,
A
but
vegetable?
okay. So, it might not be considered a vegetable legally very soon.
But Congress might say it is.
We'll see. So, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Economic Research Service, when Americans eat vegetables, they mostly like eating potatoes and tomatoes, which technically is a fruit.
That's a fruit and a starch.
Yeah, in 2019, the average American downed almost 50 pounds of potatoes over the course of the year and ate around 31 pounds of tomatoes, which actually seems less than I would
I
think.
think mine's flipped.
I
eat
think
more
mine
tomato
is
than
too.
potato.
I think I way more potatoes than tomatoes. I mean,
Especially when you live in a
tomatoes and
house with an
potatoes.
Italian girl. Oh,
Oh,
oh.
God, but fuck a ghoul. And it's not surprising that French fries and pizza sauce significantly contribute to those
Contribute,
annuals. Yeah. But in the future, when the USDA starts adding up yearly vegetable totals, tomatoes may top the spot on a technicality because there's a chance that the agency will reclassify potatoes, moving them from starchy vegetables into the same categories as rice, grains, and other carbs.
Okay.
According to the Wall Street Journal, the U.S. Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee, made up of representatives from the USDA and the Department of Health and Human Services, are putting together their dietary guidelines for 2025. and potatoes may be reshuffled. The
I don't
dietary,
like it because
yeah,
potatoes are like super nutritious.
and there's probably something hinky going on.
Hmm.
The dietary guidelines put foods into five familiar categories: dairy, fruit, grains, protein, and vegetables. But the increasing prevalence of different diets and eating patterns means that categories may be changed. Quote, the panel wants to make sure everyone is getting enough nutrients, whether eating more potatoes, bread, or beans, unquote, the journal explains. It should be noted that the trade groups on both sides of the potential new classification, neither the National Potato Council and the Grain Chain, are both opposed to potatoes being defined as anything but a vegetable. So that's weird. Both of them are like, fuck that shit. Big quinoa's like, no. Um, Cam Quarles, that's a name, the CEO of the National Potato Council, testified during a hearing of the Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee, and he basically asked them to leave the potatoes where they are. Quote, while MPC is sensitive to individual needs and cultures, we urge the committee to recognize that a potato is not a grain, he said. Quote, potatoes are most widely produced vegetable in the U.S. starchy vegetables, and grains are two vastly different groups that play distinct different roles in contributing nutrients to diet. Unlike grains, white potatoes are strong contributors of potassium, calcium, vitamin C,
It's
vitamin
true.
B6, and fiber. Research shows that diets high in vegetable consumption, including potatoes, promote healthy outcomes overall.
Fine, just give potato its own fucking category. Just potato.
I
There you
mean,
go.
yeah, he acknowledged that Americans should consume more vegetables, non potato vegetables, but he doesn't think that recategorizing potatoes is the answer. The suggestion to reclass, I'm not going to read that voice anymore. Yeah, I should. The suggestion to reclassify potatoes as non vegetable is not grounded in any science metric, he continued. This unsupported notion, if acted upon, will consume, will confuse consumers, could result in nutrient gaps, and also decrease vegetable consumption. We ask the committee to avoid this chaotic outcome and continue to acknowledge the fact that potatoes are a vegetable. Unquote.
Vote for
So,
me.
yeah, my name's Cam Quarles. No, Cam Quarles. That sounds like just a made up name. I mean, all names are made up. It's Cam
Boy, you
Quarles.
just blew my mind.
It sounds like a bad improv name. Hi, I'm Cam
And
Quarles.
quarrels.
um, the grain train was equally adamant, telling the committee that putting potatoes in that category could further exacerbate nutrient shortfalls. Both groups potatoes.
What?
But stay put. So we'll find out in 2025. But it's weird because you would think that one side or the other is trying to do this, but it seems like neither one of them want it. So who's behind this?
Big sugar.
Is it Big Potato that's doing this? I mean, Tomato that wants to be number one.
They want to be the number one vegetable.
So dairy, fruit, grains, protein, and vegetables. I mean, do people actually even give a shit about this? Like nobody pays
No,
attention
the
to
food
shit,
pyramid is nonsense, and we
right?
all know this.
And it's always been nonsense.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not like they have. Do they even have commercials about like, hey, look, a wagon wheel? Do they have that anymore? Like,
I'm
fucking
hankering
hanker
for a hunk of cheese.
cheese, yeah. Fucking beans and rice is nice.
Exercise your choppers, really chew, chew, chew.
Hell yeah, it's fucking awesome. That
Popcorn's
was
America's movie star.
exercise. The choo 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 one was about celery, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Those fun commercials are the best.
Well, no, it was celery was in there, but so was carrots. Yeah, carrot sticks, healthy
Okay.
fruits and nuts. Things that something about your choppers really
Yeah,
nice and tough.
put fucking peanut butter in your celery.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really strange that they're like, well, we should put it, but also, why would it? If you're still eating it, why would that fuck up your diet? I guess if you're actually
Literally, no one is going to say, "Oh, I can't eat potatoes anymore." That's a grain.
right, like unless they're like scoring it like, like a Weight
Yeah,
Watchers thing.
yeah,
So anyway, it's
pretty
weird.
dumb.
Yeah, it seems like it, but I guarantee you somebody's getting a lot of money to do this. Like there's got
Fish
to be
is a vegetable now.
yeah,
What?
there's got to be something hinky. There's some fucking group that's trying to destabilize America
Always,
that
always.
that is like, you know what?
Soros.
Let's just fuck with this shit and you know, make make people poorer. That's probably what it is. Let's make us richer, make them poorer. Potatoes are now not a vegetable. Okay, so we were talking about Costco last week because Jenny's obsessed with Costco.
Okay.
She was saying she has a BJ's, a Costco, and a Sam's Club membership, just because she looks for the deals, and if she can get a better price at one of them than from her wholesales people, she'll just go there and get a couple cases of stuff. But she loves Costco, and they're currently selling one of the world's rarest wines for a good bargain, which is fucking really weird. So, in addition to its $1.50 hot dogs and $5 rotisserie chickens, Costco warehouse stores, they're known for great deals. More than 129 million members, according to latest Costco reports, flock to the 871 locations worldwide to stock up on everything from appliances to industrial sized packages or of paper products, fresh and frozen food, and discounted wines and spirits, not to discount like a 5-gallon jug of mayonnaise. However, now and then Costco stocks a seriously spectacular deal on a big ticket item, and this week it can be found in the wine aisle. One of the latest. Do you go to Costco?
We have a BJ's membership, but
Yeah,
I
me
love
too.
all of those wholesale clubs.
Yeah, they're really
Except
fun.
Sam's. Fuck Walmart.
Yeah, I you know I'm always underwhelmed by BJ's when I go there. Like I'm always expecting to find something really fun, and I'm just kind of like, okay, all right. Like it's not as fun as I feel like Costco is, but maybe it's because I just haven't been to Costco in
It's
a
the same
couple
fucking
years.
thing.
Yeah, and it also is because in Baltimore or the state of Maryland, you can't buy alcohol at these places.
Right.
So one of
I
the
did I did
good,
see I think whatever, a TikTok or a YouTube or something where they did like a blind taste test of all of these different kinds of vodkas, and the Kirkland signature brand won
that's
the
hilarious.
yeah. Well, because it's white labeled Grey Goose or some shit. It's like,
Hmm.
it's perfectly good vodka that they just put it in a plastic jug and slap a Kirkland logo on it.
Yeah, they just buy 8,000 gallons of it at a
Right.
time, so they just give them such a discount. Like that's the whole deal, right?
Kirkland Pappy Van Winkle.
Kirk Van Winkle.
The Kirky Van Papel.
One of the latest surprise finds made waves in the subreddit r/Costco alcohol after Redditor Dynamite43 posted a photo taken in Newark, California, Costco with the caption, "Had to make sure I was seeing correctly." What they were referring to was the Jesus was the 3,699 and 99-cent price tag next to the bottle of Screamin' Eagle Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. While that sounds like several rent or mortgage payments for most of us, and in the same amount, you could buy 2,466 hot dogs or 739 rotisserie chickens. It's actually a bargain price. Screaming Eagle has amassed a cult-like following for its low production numbers of highly rated Cab Savs, Cabernet Sauvignons. The following is so large that bottles are available for purchase on Screaming Eagle's website only after hopping on a wait list. The brand itself says, quote, if you cannot, it cannot give you a firm timeline as to how long the wait list extends, but fans claim they were in purchase purgatory for over a decade before being able to buy.
Fuck that.
Jesus, could you imagine?
You can make your own wine in that amount of time.
Yeah, no shit. Then even after making it to the front of the line, the Oakville, California-based winery only ships to certain states. So having to snap up a bottle of Costco seems like a pretty sweet deal. For reference, the average bottle of a 2018 Screaming Eagle Cabernet Sauvignon is clocking in at about $4,700, according to Wine Searcher. Which, man, guys, that's fucking insane. You just gotta have so much money to burn to buy a forty-seven
I had
hundred
to
dollars.
sell 3 of my NFTs to get a bottle.
Yeah, no shit. Well, you get 47 cents for 3 NFTs these days. Uh, and according to SF Gate, the Costco store in Newark, Redwood City, Foster City, Santa Clara, Danville, Novato, and San Jose still have bottles in stock. So go get those motherfuckers. If you preferred something a little more budget friendly, you can have like a lot of stuff for less than $150 there. So I I don't buy wine over $20. So
Yeah.
because I find it absolutely ridiculous. $20
Wasteful
you can get a
money.
$20 you can get a really good bottle of wine. If you know what you're looking for, and if you just talk to the people at your local wine store, they will fucking, hook you up if you come in every other day like me. um, so yeah. Oof, so crazy. We're gonna end up with one of my favorite things at the beginning of the year. Always is the beginning of the year predictions of food trends, which always is just fucking stupid. So, um, I just it's really interesting to see what they come up with because it's by the end of the year you're like that never became a thing. Like I think a lot of them just are trying to push into a certain direction. Some of these are bizarre. So here's what they think. Let's see here. No one can predict with certainty what we will eat, drink in a new year, but they try. As the year end ritual, a lot of people shift through predictions from big food companies, PR firms, restaurant groups, and market researchers. And then they get on the phone and talk to the best prognosticators in the business. I'm not interested in the next viral chickle, or what I don't know what that is, or what will replace almond moms and girl dinners. But they're actually looking for like real trends and not fads, I guess.
Yeah,
Like
I think
pink
poke
food.
is on the decline, Koreans on the upswing. McCosmics coming for you.
Yeah, right. So this guy Andrew Freeman, president of the AF and Company consulting firm, said he calls it a high low. So they've been doing this for 16 years, publishing a popular food and hospitality trend report in conjunction with the brand and marketing firm Carbonate. Quote, there is this desire for boldness and maximalism and collaboration, but with this sense that whatever I spend, I need to feel real value for my money, unquote. People want high quality ingredients, but they also want value, especially members of Gen Z who are emerging as sensible and skeptical cooks and diners who want safe rewards wrapped in adventure. I absolutely disagree with that. I I find Gen Z to be the most bland, unadventurous eaters I've
What's
ever
your favorite
seen.
food? Tacos.
Yeah, but okay, but it's got to be tacos that are bland, but yet covered in dust from Cheetos, right? Like
Well, yeah, there's that.
everything's fast casual. Like, and
Yeah.
so me and Leanna were talking about this the other day. It's like, is it the chicken and the egg? Is it because the economy's down that this food is being served to these people, or is this actually what they want? You know what I mean? Like, food doesn't seem as adventurous as it actually used to be. And I don't know if that's because it's more expensive or people just don't want that kind of food. They literally like, you know how you got all these tech bros like Soylent, like food sucks. Let's just get it in us and get it done with.
Feed tube me.
And I feel like Gen Z is very unsensationalist in the fact that like they don't like sex that much. They don't drink anymore. Like drinking's going down. The food,
It's because their drunk parents beat them.
well, probably. But I think part of that is the internet, video games. I think part
Yeah,
of
it
it
has a lot to do
is
with it.
legalized weed.
Sure.
Uh, and with legalized weed comes munchies and garbage food because it's just easy to get instead of like cooking. I think it's all kind of hand in hand. I might be talking out of my ass, but that's just what I see, just in terms of like what's actually popular as opposed to what this guy's talking about with you need to feel real value for your money. Yeah, no shit. That's fucking the beginning of time. Like nobody wants to eat anything and be like, yeah, I'm really glad I got ripped off. Like, dinners want safe rewards wrapped in adventure. What the fuck
I don't
does
know what
that
the fuck that
mean?
means. That is a chat GPT sentence.
Yeah, no shit. Sensible and skeptical cooks. What are you talking about?
I mean, for me, even if I'm dining out, if I'm going to dine out now, I don't want to pay $17 for chicken tenders. Like I'm gonna go ahead and do the $34 special, plate of food.
Yeah.
So, yeah, gone are the days of me just like sidling up to the bar, getting 3 pints and a $7 cheeseburger. It's never
Right.
gonna happen again. It's
No.
gone.
Luxury will be found less in the cost or rarity of an ingredient, but rather in the quality of the product that makes life easier, interesting, and more fun. So there's the thing, makes it easier, right? And not the rarity of the ingredient, but rather the quality of a product, which that makes no sense either. Um,
It's all
qu-
just gonna be whatever's on TikTok. That's
yeah,
just gonna
no,
be it.
that's exactly a lot of it. Like honestly, I'm having a really hard time getting food news like stories because a lot of the sites that I go to no longer write about the news. They just
Yeah.
have, a
Look at
gaggle.
this weird thing on TikTok.
Well, they have a gaggle of like 22-year-old women that go, and all the headlines are like, I tried the viral rice recipe. You won't believe how it tastes. Or I tried the viral pink thing because you won't have to. Or want to know what it's like to eat a viral like everything starts with viral and that's all the articles are about. There's no articles about actual food news anymore. Like there are sites that I just don't go to anymore because it's all just that garbage, Or like, can you believe the pioneer woman is eating this? Like, what are we doing, guys? Give a fuck about her.
It's a gossip rag for food.
Fucking pioneer woman. Yeah, dude, she's got a show because her husband's a millionaire farmer. Like, Jesus Christ. Um, quote, a lot of it is and he says, quote, I just want this fantastic experience to take us away from what's happening on the news, unquote, says Jennifer Zhao, who helps lead the flavor and color team at the global food processor ADM. But there has to be value proposition, says Sally Lyons Wyatt, who analyzes shopping and consumption trends for the market research Circana. Quote, there are absolutely levers people will be pulling. That's a really bad sentence. There are absolutely levers people will be pulling next year in order to manage the wallet, she says. No, that's a dumb fucking way to say anything.
Levers will be pulled to save money.
There are absolutely levers people will be pulling. Oh, you can't talk. Okay, so here we go. Snack hype. Meals are so 2023.
Oh,
Next
God.
year will all be about snacks.
No.
Small delicious bites are a low way to stay. Uh, are low stakes way to explore new cuisines. There are
You mean tapas?
No, they're a
Terrible plates.
basically they're a canvas for cultural hybrids like shawarma crunch wraps.
What?
And snack collabs will be continue to drop like sneakers. French mustard and Skittles, Milk
That I
Bar,
do believe. Yeah, there's gonna be like Grape Upon Skittles.
Milk Bar and Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Snacks can be the ultimate lowbrow cool, says Claire Lancaster, who forecasts food and drinks for consumer trend forecasters. WGSN. I agree because everyone's trying to maximize their IP. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
We're a giant conglomerate that owns
Grape Upon
500 different.
Cheetos.
Yeah, we own 500 fucking weird random products that you see on your shelves at the Safeway every day. How can we get them together to get someone to fucking write about it? Okay, let's make mustard Skittles. You know what I'm saying? Like, so stupid.
Sounds
And,
pretty good.
but that's not like, I get, it's not, that's like shawarma crunch wraps aren't a snack.
No,
That's,
that sounds like a Taco Bell product.
that's a food.
I mean, I'd eat that. Sounds great. I love shawarma.
Yeah, me too. But like, I don't know. It's just really weird. And what is the fucking shawarma crunch wrap? Let me look this up real quick. Uh,
Is it just a Crunch Wrap Supreme, but with shawarma meat instead of
yeah,
ground beef?
it's just some fucking dude just made a shawarma crunch wrap at his place.
Sounds
So
great.
yeah, it's
Make me one.
literally yeah, it's just shawarma inside of fucking uh tortilla
You ever had a
with
shawarma pizza?
two crunches. I have, it's good.
So good.
But like when you mash stuff up like that, saying that like, oh, this is a snack trend. It's not. You're just combining stuff.
I think mashups are still going to continue to be the like.
Oh yeah. I
You
mean,
can't even call it fusion. It's just a mashup. It's just
no,
like
no,
yeah,
literally when they say it's a collab, it's not a collab. It's a concise, considered thing by fucking multinational corporations trying to maximize their IP. That's it. That's fucking all it is. Ugh, god damn it. Uh water apparently is gonna be bigger than ever.
what?
Yeah.
I
Um,
mean, I hear we need it to live.
yeah. Essentially millions of people watching other people. So there's water talk because TikTok rules everything now, apparently.
People
Um,
tasting water and rating it.
it's essentially millions of people watching other people add syrups and powders to giant tumblers of water. Yeah.
Cool.
Look for an
Gonna try this mustard water.
yeah. Look for an uptick in water sommeliers.
That's always been a thing, though.
There's a premium hydration category and wearable hydration sensors. New ways to use waste to make water will pop up. Like cacao water from what's left after the cocoa bean is harvested. Water stewardship will matter more with consumers looking for food and drinks that will require less water to grow or
Mhm.
produce like dry farmed beans,
Sure, for sure.
snacks made with no polys and beer from companies
No
that,
more almonds.
yeah, exactly. That's another thing, right? Um, against the grain. It's gonna be buckwheat's year, said Kathy Strange, the Whole Food Market's ambassador of food culture. Oh God. These people say this shit with like a fucking straight face.
Yeah, yeah.
During a recent trip to Norway, she had a foie gras terrine with a crunchy layer of buckwheat. Yeah, that sounds
Oh,
like what normal people are gonna eat.
yeah. Foie gras. Foie gras.
Yeah, buckwheat foie. The New York City in New York City, the buckwheat is starting in hot chocolate and coating monkfish dressing in a curry vinaigrette. Sounds
Okay.
very normal. Uh, it's being spiced with chai or vanilla and turned
It's
into
fucking
drinks.
buckwheat.
Yeah, just I mean, I'm all for it, but for climate and health minded, buckwheat is a great cover crop and rich in protein and fiber.
Uh-huh.
And of course, fans of soba noodles and blinis aren't surprised because it's made with buckwheat.
Right, right.
But yeah.
I remember a couple of years ago, einkorn was supposed to be the thing, and
Oh
I never,
yeah.
I never saw a single bag of it anywhere.
Encore fucking Jesus
Ancient
Christ.
grains.
Ancient grains was the big thing.
Hmm.
Okay, so this was a really weird one. Though you if you thought espresso martinis were special because they came back this year, meal flavored cocktails would like a word. Through
Pizza
the
martini.
through the magic of fat washing, clarification, and infusions, uh, umami heavy drinks that taste like specific dishes will proliferate our collective palate shifts from super sweet to savory. Already in New York, you can order a cocktail that tastes like a Waldorf salad at a place called Double Chicken Please
No.
in New York, or a Caprese Martini at Jack's on Bond. Or
Mm.
would you prefer a Thai beef salad drink at Savory Project in Hong Kong?
With peanut sauce?
Or an everything everywhere cocktail with smoked salmon infused gin,
I've
vermouth,
had that before.
and caper brine accentuated with an everything bagel spice
I've
at
I've
the
had
Anvil
smoked
Pub and
salmon
Grill?
vodka.
Yeah. Have you?
Yeah,
How was it?
it tasted like just kind of smoky and not very salmony.
Weird. From what you were saying earlier, concern over what it takes to create food from elaborate process methods will explode. Ultra processed, quote unquote, will continue its rise as a toxic food phrase,
Right.
according to Mintel's 2024 Global Food and Drink Trends report.
Well, it's
Natural,
not. I think also the upward trend of lab grown and fake meat is going to continue,
yeah,
and I will continue to not eat it because of the price point.
I like it. Um, Natural fermentation, cold pressed oils, burgers from nuts and legumes, and good old fashioned ingredients like butter and cream will have cachet. Uh,
Mm.
colla- Corollary, ingredients ingredient descriptions will become more transparent and detailed instead of spicy citrus. You may see pomelo and habanero, and include more biodiversity bona fides, but not the precious farm to table way. It doesn't have to be so worthy. Like farm to table's dead. Nobody gives a shit about farm to
Yeah,
table anymore,
yeah, that
which
ship
is
has passed.
which is bizarre. But I think it's just people got tired of it because of, as usual, people just bastardized it and fucking ran it into the ground.
That and it was always up its own ass.
That too. Heat will be more uh it'll be all over the place, basically, from like brain exploding to nuance to multidimensional. People are starting to learn how to do more spice stuff in America.
Oh, you mean spicy things will be more
Yeah,
popular?
and not just ghost pepper, just using more complex stuff. And
I heard this thing about chipotle peppers.
yeah, choples, lows, lays.
Chipotle.
They're also going to try to interject AI into food this year.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Artificial intelligence will be a big part of the conversation, although many of in the food business have NFT level skepticism about the hype, which they should,
Yeah.
because AI is going to burn out in like a year or two, hopefully. Some of the changes AI might bring won't be obvious to consumers, like tighter supply chains, food waste reductions in large kitchens, and precision farming techniques. But others might like new ways to advance to save time in the kitchen or make dining out more enjoyable. One AI driven system, for example, allows a waiter to simply converse with guests and send the order enhanced with information about the customer's preferences to the kitchen with voice AI and an earbud. But that why is that AI? Why is everything got to be AI? That's not AI.
Fucking
That's just a
stupid.
communication system.
Yeah, it's literally just like, hey, what do you like? I like this. Hey,
Th-
this person likes this.
yeah, that's the other thing. Like they're saying everything is AI, but it has nothing to do with actually artificial intelligence. It's just computer systems.
It's a chatbot.
But
I
how's
do
that?
like the idea that it might somehow improve like logistics or supply chain issues, but that's what the blockchain was supposed to do, and I don't see that happening at all ever. It
But
didn't happen.
is that AI or is that just like a computer model? Like
What, the restaurant person getting your
no,
preferences to the
no
kitchen?
supply chains and shit. Like
Oh, I don't know.
you know what I
I
mean?
really
Like how's that AI?
I don't know. It'll like analyze, UPS routes just like people did and do it better somehow. And, remove 50 people from the staff.
Well, that's the thing, right? Florals will be big.
Ooh.
So, you know, wildflowers, all kind of fucking weird shit.
because they were out 2 years ago.
Yeah. Uh, I'm not even gonna go into this because it's so silly. Cherry blossoms, violets,
Okay,
strawberry milk.
sure.
So, they're this is really silly. They're going to say the dish of the year is going to be soup.
Sure, sure. Why not?
So this is
Soup.
this sentence I'm about to read makes me want to kill myself. Soup is bone broth's more interesting younger sibling and is the perfect vehicle for cross cultural matchups like menudo, tonkatsu ramen.
Oh my god.
Okay. Soup is bone broth's more
More
interesting young
interesting.
one. Soup has been around for literally millions of years.
Since people could boil water.
Yes, since dinosaurs were just drinking out of fucking hot springs.
Right, right.
Bone
That's a
broth.
soup.
Bone broth is a thing that was made up.
Primordial soup.
Bone broth is a thing that was made up literally 5 years ago. Like, oh god. Bone broth drives me crazy. I tried to describe to Crosby what bone broth is, and I almost had an aneurysm and was screaming by the end of it.
It's just broth.
It's it's just broth. It's just terribly made uh stock. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Just not clarified.
Yep.
And they sell it for $10 per 8 ounces.
I just want an ice cold can of bone broth.
You know what? I'm fine with making a bunch of broth or stock and just heating up a mug in the morning and having it. That sounds
sure.
great. Like, but
Nice
like
and salty.
I went down a bone broth rabbit hole this week and was just apoplectic at like some of the fucking health claims these kids make and all the bullshit they put into it and the prices they're selling this shit at. Fucking crazy.
Well, you can't sell it for more than $8 a can unless it cures cancer.
And you know that they're not spending a lot of money. They're just using scraps like every other fucking place does. Like,
Genius.
It's nuts. Yeah. I mean, it is. These people are making fun of money hand over fist. It's amazing. So soup's also an easy way to dip into the rising popularity of food from Cambodia, Singapore, and Indonesia. For cooks, it's a low risk thing for giving as a way to experiment with new flavors and ingredients. Soup uses up vegetables that might otherwise get tossed. The Specialty Food Association trend spotters predict that more soup and soup starter mixes will be on grocery shelves. And soup is yet one more way to soothe ourselves. And some other person just said they'd go crazy if it wasn't for soup this year, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. So other small trends will be they think Philadelphia is going to be huge as a food town this year, which is really interesting. I mean, Philly has a lot of really good restaurants and shit.
Yeah, they do. I fucking love it there. I mean, the food's great, but
it seems like they're going to
this year. Why is this the year?
Yeah. Why is this the year that they're going to try to like push them as like the new place? They're saying that pickled things are still going to be a thing. Desserts using sweetened condensed milk and meringues will be big. Pistachios will be really big, but not just the nut, but also the color, that sort of green will be a big trend in food. Products that embrace menopause and women's health. That's a really specific one.
Yeah.
Breadfruit. Okay. Shrimp toast will be new and people will use that to creative
this new creative product.
Shrimp toast. The sour taste of tamarind and calamansi.
I could see that actually.
Yeah, I can see
a kumquat type thing.
Yeah, but I could see people using tamarind because it's a great fucking ingredient that I don't think a lot of people know about, but yeah, dude, use it up. And then finally, chilled red wine.
I kind of do that sometimes.
Oh yeah, fucking
I'll plop a couple ice cubes in there.
Yeah, it's nice.
Make a little Kalimoto.
It chills out the tannins and shit.
That is true.
So there you go, everybody. If there are any other trends that you can think of, get in touch with us on the Facebook group.
Well,
and let us know what you guys are thinking.
you got to make a list, print out a list of all these things, and then every time I come back on, we have to like figure out whether it's been in the news at all.
Well, I'm sure we'll remember everything we just said. So anytime it comes up, we'll know.
I mean, it went all over the place. It was like
Yeah,
florals,
yeah.
soup,
I mean,
bone broth.
I remember when people were like, this is going to be the year of Filipino cooking. It's going to be huge. And for the first 3 months of the year, everybody was writing about Filipino cooking and it never fucking caught on. And then you never heard about it again, which sucks because
Meanwhile, the
Filipino
Koreans
food's
are just
amazing.
opening up like a shop after shop after shop after shop, and banchan, the chain, just drops out of nowhere, and it's like,
And nobody's writing about it at all except to use kimchi and
oh,
things.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Like you don't even see people talking about Korean fried chicken that much. And it's fucking bizarre.
I think about it all the time.
Yeah. As you should. So there you go, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Evan, for being on the episode.
Sure.
Thank you for listening to the Rude Cooking School podcast. You should also check out Evan's podcast. Tell them about it, Evan.
It's called The City That Breeds Podcast, aka ctb.show is the URL. We don't have any new episodes as of late. The last one we did was pre-Christmas, but we're having a new one as of this coming Sunday. I don't know what it's going to be about, but it's always a fun time.
I'm sure it'll probably be a wrap up of everything you guys did over the holidays and how
one of the co-hosts got married, so
and how Casey's just inundated with Christmas because he's got 8 children.
He has 3 kids, a sick wife, and a lot of cats living underneath the house.
Who got married?
Brian.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, congratulations. That's great.
Yeah, I did a tiny little ceremony at his dad's house, and then we had a party at a bar.
That's nice. Good for him. Mazel tov.
Yep, good for him.
So yeah, check out their podcast because it's really funny and really if you like digressions.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Zippy dialogue and digressions.
And also rate and review our podcast and their podcast on what are they calling it these days? Apple Podcasts, Apple Music
is the app I have on my phone.
On Amazon or Spotify, just give us a rating or a check mark or follow us. Every little bit helps, and it actually does help with the algorithm. None of us really pay money to advertise our podcast, so any little bit helps, and word of mouth is a big one, but also just clicking that like and subscribe button helps a lot. So next week, I will see you back for another episode of the Rude Cooking School podcast. Thank you so much for listening. My name is John Hauser III. Don't yuck my yum.
And don't drink bone broth to cure your cancer.
Yeah, don't do that. He's also Evan the Mayor. Peace out, everybody.
Bye.
That's your name. Don't wear it out.
I won't.